Hi. So, when I was at university, I went to three different universities in three different continents. And when I was at the first one, I changed my field of focus. I started out with sociology. Then I went to, I loved archaeology, but I didn't want to do any of that stuff. I liked it in theory, but not in practice. But I went a lot into anthropology, which I love, and we had to read Coming of Age in Samoa by Margaret Mead. Loved it so much. But what I got from studying anthropology was something that I thought was even more important, and that is the magic of language. So I ended up getting my degree in linguistics and French literature and language because I loved French and I preferred to speak French at the time, and all the reading I was doing was in French. So that's what got me to France too. I then went on to France to study there. However, why linguistics? Because I think that, and I've seen this and I experienced this, that our language betrays us all the time. As a child, I noticed this about so-called grown-ups. Their language betrayed them. They had absolutely no integrity when it came to their word. Most of them. They would say one thing and then do another. As a child, I remember somebody knocking at the door and my father telling me to go and tell the man that he was not there, he wasn't home. I said, no, I'm not going to lie. And he said, go and tell him that I'm not home. So I went to the door, I opened it, and I said to the gentleman, my father said to tell you he's not home. Because I was not going to lie. So I realized the power of language then and there. Because I didn't feel that I'd sold myself. I told the truth. My father didn't know what I said, and the man went away because he was so shocked and astounded. And I realized the true power of language. Language has the ability to really pull us into truth or take us into the world of delusions and illusions. Language has the ability to co-create with us. We co-create our lives every single moment that we utter a word, either aloud or silently within ourselves. The reason why I now teach meditation is because in meditation we get to listen to our thoughts and be aware that constantly we're generating thoughts. But do you know that we tend to generate the same thought all the time? There are only a few novel thoughts that we think. And here's the kicker. Most of the thoughts we think are not even our own. We've inherited them from our families, and the language of our families demonstrate the family systems. Certain language patterns and language skills within the family demonstrate the family systems and how well or how traumatic they are or how in between. And also, another thing that I discovered with the language is that it had the power to heal and restore wealth and healing and compassion and truth and beauty and grace in our lives, just like it had the power to devastate another human being, demolish them by just using certain words with them, that it had the power to uplift us, it had the power to diminish us and to degrade us. And I decided I was going to choose the power of language only to uplift and to pull me into higher vibrational states. The two things that I use most in my own life to get myself into a place of healing, because I'm so dedicated to healing, and to uplift my own energies and particularly to influence the state, the vibrational state, the state in which I vibrate electrically, to uplift my own electrical charges, are fruits and language. I've discovered that those are the two that really resonate with me the most, and those are the two that really serve me the most. So I invite you today to look at your language. If you're using language that we call foul language, if you're using language of a low vibration that pulls you into a place of self-derision, self-loathing, self-hate, or you use it to beat up somebody else, to bully them, to diminish them, or if you use it to uplift yourself and to expand your own state of consciousness, if you're using language to completely open up your heart and embrace the heart energy, you will pull others in who are vibrating at that same level, and you will therefore find that your language skills have changed and developed into only that kind of frequency, a higher frequency. But if you vibrate at a low frequency, of course you're going to choose words of a low frequency that only invite more experiences and more language at that lower frequency. You'll attract people who use language of lower frequency, and if you raise up your language to a high frequency, you'll also attract people who vibrate at that higher level of existence on earth. So it's really up to us, our language. We have so much to learn from our own thoughts as to why we are in the place we are in our lives, as to why we've elevated our lives to such a high degree that we've gone beyond our own families and in some cases our friends, or why we have pulled ourselves down to such a low degree that we can't seem to get out of the hole in which we have buried ourselves. Just look at your language. It's really that easy, because our language betrays us. We might say, no, I don't want to do this, or I'm not that person, or I don't do this. But then listen to your language. You'll find that maybe you do this. Maybe you need to start just recording yourself. And at the end of the day, just record yourself as you go through the day. So it's one of the tools I use with my clients who are working with me on their language skills in order to change the frequency of their lives. And is that I ask them to record themselves all day long, whether they're on the phone, especially when they're eating, if they're talking. I ask them to record themselves willy-nilly all day long, and then in the evening to listen, or on the weekend to listen to their language. Some people are shocked. I mean, shocked to the core. They realize, too, that they keep repeating the same thing over and over, and that's why they keep having the same experiences in their lives and attracting the same outcome and attracting the same people and constantly asking why and blaming others and blaming the world, saying we live in a world that is blah, 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 da, 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 when no, we create our own experiences through our language. And I will be continuing more with this, please. In the comments below, let me know how this has served you today, and also what are your own experiences with language in your own life, and any books that you think we ought to be reading. I'm recommending Marshall Rosenberg's Non-Violent Communication, or for you to study NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, very, very important, because we're being programmed all the time, and I will be going into that in another Elegantly Raw tidbit here, where you're seeing me now. So click the subscribe button below, click the notification button. Please take part in this. I'd love to have a little tete-a-tete with you. And I look forward to relanguaging ourselves into a place of tremendous healing, abundance, wealth, and prime ourselves for what we came here to be. We came here to outshine our parents and to be lifted up. To each generation is meant to outshine the other, and to be lift ourselves up to a level that we never expected or thought possible by listening to mainstream media. So let's turn off mainstream media, because that language is one of disempowerment. Let's re-empower ourselves. We'll continue this here. Thank you. Pay attention. Be mindful to the language you use today.